He even manages to find the first though from this position, which is kind of impressive. Lias will take him down onto the 4 versus 4. The retake is on. There isn't a defuse kit available, although Taco has a smoke and 2 flashes, which could help him. There's the smoke to obscure the vision towards long, but Bentet walking in through it. And Bentet, he's gonna have them wrapped from behind. Kills going left, right, and center. Bentet with a double on the P250 Jumaldo to fire back in Bentet. He needs to go for the 1 versus 2. Bentet on the 4K doesn't quite connect with the second, but is there enough time? I think there is more than enough. Jumao shutting down Bentet on 4 HP and denying. The B-side wrap is on. There's the counter smokes. But let's see for how long can they hold this B-bomb side, but Taco going through the smoke with the flash. Getting the triple. Bentet though, fire back with 2 on his own, and now Phelps needs to stand his ground. Phelps needs to find at least 1, but Lee has to shut him down. And despite of the 3K from Taco, the tables have turned, but they have the bomb towards middle. Bentet and Lias, they need to find 2 more. Bentet tagged, but Lias, he's down to only 10 HP. That's gonna be such a hard take of the bomb for the T's, as Lado, he's gonna peek and take the head off Lias. Bentet with 1 in return. And yet again, we have it. The same situation from the pistol. But this time, Jumao has forced it. Jumao from ramp, he's gonna be the first line of defense. Goes for the first. There's the refrag from Jacob. 4 versus 4 now. As Taco, he's on the same position. Taco peeks, he gets the first, gets the second. Taco with such a cute play continues to aggress. Bentet finally shutting him down. Now the 2 versus 3 is on. Gratisfaction with the AWP up close. Lado coming on top. And Bentet, once again, he needs to try and clutch, but look at that from Barton. This time, this is just a fake. It's gonna be the A-side split as Lado goes for the fully blinded spray down through the smoke, taking down to Jumao to add on to that. Jacob with 1, but it won't make a difference as Taco is there to fire back. And Extremum, they're just getting completely annihilated. No matter what they try. It doesn't matter where they go, they're just getting deleted from the map. Gratisfaction now in the 1 versus 4. Misses the initial no-scope, and Phelps is gonna punish him. 6-1. Extremum, they're gonna allow the bomb. They're just gonna be happy to play the retake. No map control whatsoever for the T's. They need to aggress. They need to go for fights. Taco takes down Gratisfaction. 5 versus 4 now. All 4 T's pinched towards short. They need to find something. They're completely out of position, and Jumao, he's gonna start picking them apart. Phelps and Barton to add on to that, and that's it. Just like that. Extremum, they get the bomb. They get the side. It's initial shot. Tackle there to support with the flash. Phelps as well. Phelps, he's gonna find the first 2 mouse to trap towards Car. Phelps gets 1 more, but Azur is there with the refrag. Takudo to take down Azur, and now Bentet left in the 1 versus 2. Only 26 HP to work with. There's the flash. Goes for the initial peek. Doesn't quite connect. Goes for the repeat. Now 13 HP left. Goes for it. Gets the first headshot. Bentet now onto the 1 versus 1. Can he find the second? No. Barton to shut him down. And GODSENT, they make it 8. Extremum, no matter what they try. Taking their time. Waiting to bait out some utility, and now the execute will come through. There's the smoke, there's the flashes, but look at that from Barton! The spam through the smoke gets down 3. Jacob finally to fire with 1 in return, but in the meantime, Taco, he's gonna shut down Azur towards middle, and Jacob, well, there is nothing that this man could do in this situation. It's too hard of a clutch to ask from him. Gets down the first, but that's gonna be everything. Jumao shut him down. That is just absolutely phenomenal from the side of GODSENT. Now they're gonna go for the late long re-aggression. Peeking before the flash though is Jumao, but Taco is there to back him up. Lado with a quick double, and yet again the bomb is in control of GODSENT. Extremum just completely denied, but in the meantime, Jacob, he's gonna shut down Barton still though. They're in control of the bomb. Bentet not entirely sure. And for Extremum, this is a really hard situation. Not only they need to find all 2 players and pick up the bomb, they don't have a lot of time, which will pressure them. They won't be so cautious in checking any angles. Leto playing the off angle, goes for the fight, doesn't quite get it, and Phelps now in the 1 versus 2. Gets down the first, gets down the second, Phelps! Are you kidding? The 1 versus 2, both headshots. There's the flash. Hazard going to regress towards middle, takes down Jumao. Good enough for now, but still the 2 versus 2 is on as Jacob. He's gonna whip the shots, but Gratisfaction with the 1 tap. And finally, a clutch goes in the way of Extremum. They make it to Jumao to find the opening onto Hazard. There's the flash towards middle. Phelps dodges it. Goes for the first, goes for the second. Lias there to refrag. Down to the 3 versus 4. There's the peek from Xbox from Gratisfaction. Some Spider-Man action there, and Barton, he's more than happy to get the first kill here. Lias fails to go for the recovery. 2 versus 4 is on Bentet and Lias all alone as GODSENT. They're looking forward to making it 12. No grenades, no nothing. Even if they have the AKs, is that gonna be enough? Now that Bentet finds the first and Lias finds the second, it might be just enough. As Bentet, he's left into the 1 versus 2, but Leto and Barton are there with the shutdown, and the GODSENT, just like that, they make it 12. to 3, GODSENT looking forward to cement their victory here on the map choice of Extremum and putting up an upset. Making their way out of middle where GODSENT and Lias falling back, but there's a 4-man setup from Extremum towards that B side of Lias. What a first kill that was. That was a nasty headshot, but in the meantime, Barton making his way out of tunnels, and they spot the players here. There's gonna be the full B rush from the side of GODSENT. 2 players making their way out of tunnels as Azur, he's there for the shutdown, and so far, Extremum, they have been looking perfect on the CT side pistol. Gratisfaction spotting the player Dumaudo, who managed to take down Azur. Still, it is not an impossible round to go for. There's the dink onto Gratisfaction. Extremum, they need to be careful. If they win this one, they might be in for a lot of trouble. Kills going left, right, and center. And now the 1 versus 1. Jumao against Bentet. Bentet once again in a 1v1, needs to clutch it, and indeed he does clutch it for his team. Extremum shut him down now, the 4 versus 4, but the aggression from Bentet, it might be just everything. Hazard with 1, Phelps on the refrag. Bentet goes for the damage through the door, and the B-split is on. Jacob though still standing his ground. Phelps will refrag. So far kills going left, right, and center, but now Phelps with everything left to do. He won one of these in the first half, but needs to go for the 1 versus 2 yet again. Dodges the flash. Phelps gets himself the first. Now the 1 versus 1. Bentet on the other side. Phelps will connect. GODSENT still hoping that they will get the chance to punish any aggression, and this split doesn't look that far-fetched at this point. There's the fake towards short. Taco punishes Azur. Lias is there to fire back. Now 2 players towards that B side. Jacob, he has to stand his ground as Lias. He's gonna fall to Phelps, but Jacob has such a strong position. Goes for the first, needs to find the second here. Jacob, he will find the second. And Phelps, he's gonna fall to Gratisfaction. Extremum, so they're gonna go for the boost. There's the B. Gratisfaction gets the tack, not the fractal. Jumao take him down, and now they explode towards short. Azur takes down the first, gets Nico to the second. Azur continues, doesn't connect. As Phelps is there to fight back this HE though. It will cancel the... Oh, it doesn't actually cancel the plant somehow. Jacob short on the retake. Whiffing the initial shots, finally taking care of Lato. Now down to the 3 versus 3 as Jacob, he continues, finding himself a second. Both Taco and Jumao have to attack, but Jacob as well, as he'll find his third. And Taco now left in the 1 versus 3. He should have no chances whatsoever. Bentet shutting him down. That's gonna be 7. At this point though, still Extremum not being able to build up a sustainable economy. Still their buy rounds aren't that bad. Nazar, he's gonna take down the first, but Phelps with the double spray down, taking down to Bentet. Finally, fire flare back, goes for the third, doesn't find it. Lado and Taco continue. And now it's only left to Lias, just like that, in the 1 versus 2. As he's gonna spot the first in Lias, he will fall to... Indeed, they have found something, but Azur will do the same as he'll take down Phelps. 5 versus 4 now. As the retake is on Taco with 1, Taco with the second, Lias and Jacob and Ben10 to shut them down though. And Jumal left in a 1 versus 3 Ben10. Covering his position, going for the peak. Jumal needs to find out 3 and Ben10. He's gonna shut him down. 1-0 in favor of Extremum as nades are just vital for the CTs. If you don't have the initial molly smokes, it's nearly impossible to stop a push or even to go for a retake after, as early man advantage will go in favor of the T's. There's the re-aggression from Gratisfaction, needs to be careful. Lado is there with the refrag. Now into the 3 versus 4 is Lias. He's all alone towards that A-bomb side. The first locked in. Ben10. Suppose the player is going inside of main, and Lias, you should have this one. For GODSENT, that has been a phenomenal round so far. Taking down 3 players and getting the bomb down. And Lado even manages to take down Ben10. Now this has become a problem for Extremum. Now Jacob needs to go for the 1 versus 2. Suppose the first anticipates the position of the second, but now he is there with the refrag. And on 1, Jumal, he's gonna find Ben10. Jacob needs to stand his ground, goes for the peak, but Jumal to double up. Now 1 versus 3, but that's the bomb. Lias manages to win the fight. 73 HP to work with, but Taco is there with the shutout. That's gonna be 2 on the wrap from Silo, but Azur is ready for him. Man advantage now in favor of the CTs as Phelps. He has the angle for the ace, gets down the first. Phelps goes for the second. And just like on Dust 2, Phelps, he is in for some multi-kill fun. 4 versus 3. Is he gonna be able to get down the second? He's all alone though. He commits to it. He white peaks, wants the fight, but Lado is gonna shut him down. There's the recommitment from Gratisfaction as well. 2 versus 3. Flashes go through and retake is on. As Barden, he's gonna fall. Now the 2 on 2, both teams. Now he's gonna tap it a second time. He doesn't stick it though, and GODSENT, they know. This is so smart. Phelps, he peeks, takes down Gratisfaction. Ben10 to fire back, but Ben10, what could he possibly do? He has no time, and Extremum, they're completely outplayed. This is heavily lacking. He doesn't have a single molly to work with. He's gonna find the peak. Phelps opening the door, goes for a double with Lado. And just like that, the tables have turned. There's a smoke towards single door to obscure the vision. And this retake, even though they have a defuse kit, is gonna be a hard one. Still, they have a smoke. They have now a molly in Lias, who's picked it up from the floor. 3 flashes. It is surely not an undoable one. But can they find it? Positions from the side of GODSENT, they're just really strong. There's the off angle. Lias finds the first. That's huge. Deploys the molly for a start, which will bait out the peak. And Lias and Jacob, they managed to make it work. Perfectly played, perfectly isolated 1 versus 1s. And GODSENT, they're caught completely out of position. Extremum make it 5 on the board. Is he gonna overcommit? Is he gonna peek into the crosshair of the player behind vents? They need to time this one really well, GODSENT, in order to work. And they're gonna time it. There's the push from main and from heaven, and every single kill going in the way of GODSENT. The refrag is on point, and now the 2 versus 3 yet again. Lias and Ben10 this time, or rather Gratisfaction and Ben10. They need to make it work. Extremum forced into a retake. Gratisfaction, that's a nice beginning. Takes down the head of Jumal, but now the double peak will come in through towards main, and Ben10, he has no chance to react to it whatsoever. Gratisfaction not quick enough to react to Lado. That's going to be 7-7 as the Brazilians refrags have been clinical for the side of GODSENT. Although Extremum, they're so dangerous on these retakes. I really feel like Extremum are even better on retaking than they are on just simply holding. They have such a good communication, but at this point, Barden, when he's just running and killing you through smokes, what can you possibly do? What could communication change? Jacob, he's gonna find himself 1. By some miracles, still alive, but Jumal is gonna punish him and by the looks of it, ladies and gents. Unless, of course, Gratisfaction and Beta decide to go huge here. This is gonna be an 8th round for the side of GODSENT. There's the one-way, there's the flashes coming through. Taco will pick up the first, Taco will follow up. And that's gonna be 8 on the board for GODSENT. Extremum, they were pretty sick at going for the retakes. They do manage to put up a pretty decent high, but in the end, Extremum slowing down. Going towards that outside explosion with the flashes, with the smoke. They're gonna try and cross towards Secret, which is so dangerous. Bard and Phelps, they're just picking him apart. Extremum going outside against the USPs. Such a ballsy call, but so far it doesn't work. Although, Bentet, he's gonna find himself one. And they have one player who's already towards that A-bomb side, that's Liaz, but the bomb is yet to be retrieved, and the USPs from such a long distance could be tricky to deal with. As Bentet, he's gonna find one. Malato to shut down Liaz, and now Bentet needs to find all kills here into this round. On to the ace, 1 versus 2 clutch for him. And Taco, he's there with the shutdown. GODSENT, they make it 9. As Jumao, he's already hot on his heels, and all this off angle from him. And he's gonna hold, he's not gonna peek into it. This is so smart from Jumao. They're ready for it though. Does a lot of damage. Look at the HP on the side of Extremum, but somehow they're still alive. Somehow the bomb will go down. As Taco now with the MP9, he's gonna be so dangerous. If they had an HE, if they had a molly here, GODSENT, that could have won them the round. But 3 players to find, and the crossfire, this is gonna be the worst nightmare of GODSENT. Azar though peeking into it, and this gives them a chance. There's the first. Lado pause the second, has an idea on where the third is. Gets the kill. Lado knows where he is. Did he have a kid though? Yes, he has, but time is running low. Taps the bomb, waiting for the peek, trying to bait it out, and Lado takes the headshot. Does he have time though? It's gonna be a close one. And Phelps, he's gonna catch Azar off guard. There's the smokes getting deployed. There's the mollies. Still Phelps, he's gonna find him in a second towards outside. How is that even possible? And Lado, he's gonna shut down Gratisfaction. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final nail in the coffin. Bentet in a 1 versus 5. All that's left. GODSENT, they will qualify. They make their way to the playoffs in a 3-1 fashion in the Swiss system, in the snow, sweet snow, as they close things out.